Have you ever thought that people's values are like having their own unique superpowers? Just find the right timing, and luck might just be on your side. Let's aim for that Bigfoot goal, shall we? Absolutely. That's exactly what I'm thinking too. Like a gentle spring rain nurturing every child's heart from the inside out, the power of genuine feelings is endless. Matthew helps little Mo discover the joy of music. This is a musical adventure. Children's voices, high or mellow, make each note seem alive. Music dances in the air as the voices drift like light smoke, wrapped in a warm and intoxicating atmosphere. Soon came math class, and Matthew had them get out their textbooks. The math teacher revealed his love for music before leaving. He hoped to collaborate with music one day. Matthew hesitated briefly when stepping out, then dashed back to the dorm to change into a clean shirt. Polished shoes, sprayed cologne. Lily came to see little Mo. Matthew said Mo was a born musician. Subtitles, he wanted her to see Mo's charm. Just then, Mo came down, and Matthew quietly told her head trick Lily. He hoped she wouldn't reveal secrets, leaving them alone. Lily clearly cared about Mo's view of Matthew. Little Mo had a favorable view of Matthew. Remembering how Matthew praised his singing talent, Lily couldn't help but give Mo a big hug. The kids inspired Matthew, allowing him to pour his heart into the sheet music. The school finally embraced a vibrant atmosphere, no longer feeling like a gloomy prison. It felt like the world had donned warm colors, and the principal pondered over it all. The students' hopes soared like a strong wind, breezing over the walls toward their future. But guess what? He stole the teacher's watch. The teacher caught him. Matthew wanted to speak up for him, but couldn't break through the teacher's dominance. He was determined to give him a timeout. Choir was moving along smoothly as time slowly passed, shedding the school's bad habits. Interestingly, the principal also seemed to change a lot. That afternoon, Matthew organized a game and kicked the ball into the principal's face by accident. Just when everyone thought a storm was brewing, the principal surprisingly volunteered to join the team to talk about a transformation. Summer is always filled with endless freedom, like sails in the wind and a distant coastline. Under the blazing sun, students harbored moving dreams. Soon, a healthy Mark returned to school. What welcomed him wasn't pranks anymore, but a sincere heart and warm embrace. Yet, darkness was silently creeping in. The one released had vanished from the campus, and the principal's 200,000 francs were also nowhere to be found. Originally meant for buying coal, now with no money, the students couldn't even take a hot bath. At this moment, rather than finding a solution, the principal carelessly disbanded Matthew's choir. The teacher knew that music was changing the school, so he was determined to help Matthew, but at the moment, he was out of ideas. But he had a plan for the hot water issue. He took Matthew to the storage room, where the principal's private firewood was hidden. Two brought the firewood back, and finally, hot water was available, meeting the students' basic needs. The teacher's attitude was in stark contrast to the principal's, which allowed Matthew to see the school's human touch. Based on a tip, Matthew was brought back by the police, and the principal resorted to brute force to get him to talk. Mongan's face showed clear handprints, but he refused to admit he stole anything. Suddenly, he shook the principal's neck. Luckily, Matthew and the teacher arrived in time to separate them. The principal, without a proper trial, claimed Mongan confessed, and he called the police to take him away. But this wasn't the end. The real culprit was the kid that Mongan had called his sidekick. Mark found his harmonica and the 200,000 francs hidden under a stone in the bathroom. When Matthew questioned him about why he did it, he simply said he wanted to buy a hot air balloon. Matthew confronted the principal, but he didn't expose the real culprit. The 200,000 francs could prove Mongan's innocence. But the principal coolly stated, Mongan won't commit a crime today, but he sure will in the future. So Mongan's situation was quickly swept under the rug, while Matthew and Lily grew closer than ever. Lily's beauty constantly tugged at his heartstrings. She praised little Mo's talent, when suddenly an inkpot fell from the sky. It was Mo's doing. She couldn't tolerate her mother getting too close to any man. No way was she letting anyone take her mom away. Nono accidentally told Matthew the secret. Lily, disappointed with little Mo, left sadly, Matthew chasing after. He hoped she wouldn't dwell on it too much, but she insisted that Mo should be taken to the music academy in the city, as his talent deserved to shine. However, like most parents, Lily thought finding a suitable job was more important than anything else. Yet, with just one sentence, Matthew changed her mind. He told Lily that little Mo was destined to become who he wanted to be. Everything Matthew did was not just for Moss' future, but also to make Lily understand. In reality, Lily saw his efforts, but she didn't elevate it to an emotional level. She was truly grateful for Matthew's nurturing of Little Mo. Her presence made his life luckier. Matthew expected career success, but Lily had already found her love. They met at the cafe, and the guy was an engineer. Matthew pretended to be strong and wished Lily well, only to find he was the one playing the supporting role. There was no spot for Little Mo in the choir anymore. Matthew did it on purpose. It was his way of punishing Mo. However, in truth, his deep down wish was for Little Mo to depart from the school and further her music studies at a conservatory. The principal arrived with exciting news. The school's patron, the Countess, would be paying a visit soon. It was all because of the choir's performance that the Countess decided to check it out. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to subscribe. We've got more exciting content coming your way.